In terms of that covers it up there. Now let's go and do a speed comparison between both these phones. Both of these are on iOS 16 as well. The iPhone 13 has that Apple A15 Bionic chip inside of it with 4 gigabytes of RAM, where the iPhone XR has that Apple A12 Bionic chip inside of it with 3 gigabytes of RAM. So let's go and see which one is the faster one between both of these. Okay, there we go. As you can see, all the apps are cleared out in the background, so let's get into it. Phone calls 3, 2, 1. 13 is here, 10R is here. Let's go and hop out here. Let's go and get into music, which I don't have. Settings 3, 2, 1. Okay, kind of the same thing. Mail 3, 2, 1. 13, as you can see, was the faster one there. Hopping out of this one, let's go and get into photos 3, 2, 1. I think the 13 was the faster one there as well. So many pop-ups on iOS. Let's go and get into cameras 3, 2, 1. Okay, 13 was actually faster to kind of load that one up there. Taking the photo, you can see longer on the XR, and even clicking into the photo was a little bit longer on the iPhone XR as well. So maybe that's one thing to keep in mind. Hopping out of this one, let's go into their app stores 3, 2, 1. And you can see again the iPhone XR was a little bit slower. So this is kind of what we expect. We want the newer phone to be faster, and we want it to be faster every single time. And so far, it's been pretty much that. So that's good, but also I think the iPhone XR is doing a decent job. It's not like super slow. Now let's go and get into something like Snapchat 3, 2, 1. I think I'm logged in here, and I am. So, and even still, it took longer on the iPhone XR, which is interesting. Let's go and get into something like Genshin Impact. This is a pretty big game, 3, 2, 1. Now with something like Genshin Impact, this is probably one of the bigger games that you can download on iOS. So theoretically speaking, the load time should be big, and this should be a humongous indicator of probably which one is the faster one when it comes down. So you can see the 13 was able to load into it pretty much immediately, not immediately, but much faster than something like the XR. The XR is still loading into it, and this is going to be kind of a precedent on the graphic capability as well. You know, the iPhone 13 is going to be able to play that game at higher levels than something like the iPhone XR. So that's probably another thing to keep in mind as well. Now, in terms of like Subway Surfers, let's try this out. 3, 2, 1. Even getting into this screen was faster on the iPhone 13, which is really, really good. And you can see we're into it on the 13. The XR was still stuck on that loading panel. I'm not too sure what was going on there. I played this game pretty much the same on both phones, so it's very interesting that pop-up even came up in the first place. Now we can try Call of Duty Mobile 3, 2, 1. Again, this is a pretty big game, so it should take a little bit of time for both, at least getting into the loading panel like this one. And you can see it did pretty much come faster on the iPhone 13. So as I mentioned before, this is probably going to be a reoccurring trend, which is really nice. Now, if we want to load into something like maybe like Temple Run, which I don't have, but like maybe Fruit Ninja or something, we can try loading into this one and seeing what the differences are. But it doesn't even look like I have Temple Run here, or I don't have Fruit Ninja. So, or actually do 3, 2, 1. And even getting into the half break panel was so much faster on the iPhone 13. But this is actually Fruit Ninja 2, which I didn't even know there was a Fruit Ninja 2. So I will definitely tell you when it comes down to it, the iPhone 13 is by far the faster one pretty much every single time, which is really good. You want the latest phone to be faster. I think, though, the iPhone XR still did pretty good. It came at exactly what I was expecting, but definitely the iPhone 13 is by far the faster one. So.